There is a good chance you are watching this video on the world's most popular camera, your iPhone. But if you've ever tried carrying a full iPhone camera setup, you've probably thought to yourself, why hasn't anybody made a backpack just for my iPhone camera stuff? Well friends, Sandmarc just did. Today we are checking out the Sandmarc Travel Backpack and a whole bunch of other iPhone accessories that you may not know about. Now shout out to all my friends in the Android community. Hi. This is a video about the impressively well accessorized iPhone. You see, the iPhone accessory industry is estimated to be worth $27.8 billion in 2025, and it's projected to reach $59.2 billion by 2035, according to Data Horizon Research. That's some big coin. There are iPhone accessories to turn your phone into a thermometer, into a breathalyzer, into a fully fledged gaming console. But while those are specialized or gimmicky iPhone accessories, the accessories on this list are accessories that you might actually have a use for. First up, we have the Sandmarc Travel Backpack. This is the first camera backpack purpose-built for iPhone creators. It's tough, minimal, expandable, and made by a brand who has spent years perfecting gear for Apple and GoPro users, so worth checking out. Sandmarc was founded in San Diego back in 2013, and they've got a reputation for making really premium gear for mobile photographers, filmmakers, and travelers. They started with high-end iPhone lenses and GoPro filters and built a community of creators around functional, well-crafted design. I've used a bunch of their lenses, they're great. Now they've taken everything that they've learned from that ecosystem and put it into one bag. So let's take a closer look. The Sandmarc Travel Backpack comes in at 25 liters, but it can be expanded to 35 liters by unzipping just here. So room for a weekend trip, but then can compress down for daily carry. It measures in at 20 by 14 by 6 inches or 51 by 36 by 15 centimeters and weighs 3.1 pounds or 1.4 kilos. The pack is made from a 840D ballistic nylon, which is a dense and abrasion resistant material, originally designed for military use. Feels tough without being sort of like too bulky, and should do a good job of keeping water out, but definitely feels tough. The zippers are YKK AquaGuard, so they are smooth and weather sealed. The hardware is some anodized aluminium, which feels really, really nice, and it gives the bag sort of this quite a premium and long-lasting feel. Very satisfying too, more on those later. I think the overall look of this bag is quite smart, if not a little utilitarian, but I like this sort of pattern at the bottom here, and then these pops of electric blue all around the place give it some nice sort of points of visual interest, so that's kind of fun. There are a few decent sized sort of grab handles around the place, some good padding on these things, so grabbing the bag on the go is not going to be an issue. 3 of them in total. There's also a molded back panel with some breathable mesh and then some very padded shoulder strap. It is quite comfortable to carry even when it's fully loaded. You also get this luggage pass-through strap and then this sort of keeper strap to pop everything away. Nice and neat. So if you are going to put it in the overhead luggage in a plane or something, that's going to keep you sorted. Ooh, satisfying. A few more little sort of elasticized straps around the place. Now this little pocket here is the POV shoulder iPhone mount. So you can sort of pop everything in there and then get this like first person view as you're sort of like walking along with your bag if you wanted to film what you were doing and all that sort of thing. So that's pretty cool. You get 2 water bottle pockets with a zip to sort of expand out a little bit, and there's some stretchy material that acts as a gusset. Holds my Purist water bottle here, no problems. I'm even able to get it in when it's all the way zipped up. And then on the other side, I'm using that for my iPhone camera tripod. And I'm using the compression strap up here to just sort of keep that nicely secured. So that's not going anywhere. Love that. And on the bottom, you've got some extra elasticized straps that attach by a G-hook. And if you don't want to use these, they unhook and then they pack away into this very tiny little pocket here, looking nice and neat. You get a few external quick access pockets, so 2 here. These aren't particularly deep, but they're tight. This one here goes all the way to the bottom, but again, still quite a tight little number. A little bit more room on this one because it folds out. And this is sort of your quick access EDC sort of area. So just got some sunnies, nice little Apple pencil holder or any sort of pen, but you know, we are in the Apple ecosystem for this video. And then in here, keeping some AirPods and then also just my keys. So Orbitkey, key organizer. Little AirTag pocket there. I assume that's what it is. Still on the tighter side, room enough for your essentials. Unzipping the main compartment and all of these zips, YKK, I've already said that, but they do have these nice little sort of more aluminium, which gives everything a really premium feel. These feel really solid. Let me just bang a couple together. Somebody might enjoy that. On the inside, quite a little bit of space here. I haven't expanded it yet, so let's do that. So with that unzipped, it's going to just expand out and just give me just a little bit more room if I've got a few more items. So that's extra 10 liters, which is always nice to have. But inside, you can see I've just packed it out with some things that I would use if I was filming some stuff on my iPhone. So I've got a couple of iPhone tripods. I think this one is from Vivitar. This one's handy, it's not too bad. Joby, these are classics, and then a little Manfrotto iPhone connector on the top there. And then also I've got this Moment cage, which is for the iPhone if you want to sort of rig it out. So just some iPhone accessories for creators that you might use. Also got my Roost laptop stand for keeping my neck up while I'm working on my laptop. And then a couple of pouches, Rushfaster tech pouch for tech. And then got my GoPro setup in here as well. That's all packed out pretty nicely for everything that I would need. And then if I want a little bit extra organization, you do get this admin paddle here. So I've just got a mouse, DJI wireless microphone setup, which I can actually connect to my iPhone with the dongle that comes with it. So that's pretty cool. So 3 mesh pockets. This last one here is not going to bend down very much, but I do have just a wire in there because you never know. USB-C, of course. On the back is where we get into the laptop compartment, and this is really quite a fully featured laptop compartment here. That's quite a nice laptop compartment. I've got my 14-inch iPad in there. It's padded and raised, but it can hold up to a 16-inch. There's also a pocket on the front of that for a tablet, but in there I've just got my keyboard. And then all of this organization too for all of your little bits and pieces. So, you know, that's where you can stick your... So I've got my mouse and then some wires and all these little pouches for all of your lenses perhaps, whatever you're using to make your content with your iPhone. And then some more pockets in there too. So charging brick, all those bits and pieces. And then a few pockets, just sort of dump pockets down the bottom, which might be a little bit hard to sort of show you. There we go. So, quite an interesting purpose-built bag. So if you are a serious iPhone content creator or filmmaker, you don't need to go ahead and repurpose a big, bulky DSLR camera bag. You need something that's built for your kit, something that's purpose-built and sort of bit modular, still kind of compact and ready to move, going to protect all your gear. So the Sandmarc Travel Backpack could be worth checking out. Link in the description below. If you think that a backpack is more bag than you need to carry your iPhone and iPhone-related accessories, there are loads of tech-focused small bags out there. Rushfaster makes a great little 4-liter sling. It comes in 3 colors, black, green, and this is the sand. It has some versatile pocketing options and can even fit an iPad mini or a Kindle. So check that out. But if you're looking for something that's a little bit more technical, check out the Code of Bell Annex Kit 2-way multi-purpose organizer. It's compact, it is expandable, and quite intelligently organized. It's designed to keep your phone protected and all of your gear in order. I love Code of Bell stuff. I love checking it out. It's always interesting. So let's go. This one measures in at 9 by 5.5 by 2.7 inches or 23 by 14 by 7 centimeters and weighs 8 pounds or 397 grams. And it compacts down to this 2.5 litre capacity, but then it can expand out to 4 litres when you need some extra room. So that's really cool. And this is constructed with sustainability in mind. This front expandable compartment uses EcoPack EPX, which is the world's first 100% recycled laminate waterproof fabric. And then the main compartment is built from rugged Cordura Recore, which is a recycled nylon. So in terms of carrying the bag, you get a nicely padded top handle, and then there is this sort of shoulder strap sling with an extra sort of attachment point if you want a little bit more stability in your carry. Code of Bell do that quite often. There's also some loops on the front for attaching accessories, and then elsewhere there is a front pocket which is quite slim but not bad spot for a wallet. You also get some slick YKK water repellent zippers, and then that's reinforced with some cross-ply backing, and then this bright orange ripstop camo liner which Code of Bell love to use, and I love it too, frankly. So you've got durability, water resistance, and some high contrast interior visibility. So this front compartment here is useful for quick access. So I've got obviously my iPhone that's being nice and protected on its own little sleeve there. Back here, I've just got my AirPods Pro, but there are several little pockets where you can put things. On the back here, some elastic loops. I've got my iPhone charger in there. And then in here, just a couple of those little dongles that are always good to have, like your headphone jack to USB-C or USB-C to USB-A. Some handy little iPhone accessories there, depending on the type of iPhone user you are. Then there's a see-through mesh pouch, and that's where I'm keeping my keys. Now, that's all well and good, but what if I wanted to carry something like a little tripod or a battery bank? Well, that's where the trick of this bag comes into play, and you can unhook these elastic bungee cords here, and then this eco pack part sort of expands outward, and this gives you those extra 1.5 litres. And this is where some bigger items can sort of get tucked away. You could probably even fit like a small water bottle in there, all sorts of bits and pieces, and then there's even sort of some compression going on as well. So just like everything Code of Bell does, multi-purpose, very useful, very fun to play around with, and a good option if you want to carry a few extra accessories for your iPhone, but you don't need a big bag or anything like that, and you want to keep things out of your pocket. Now let's talk about power. iPhone batteries are getting pretty good, but I find that with some heavy days of usage, some maps, streaming, tethering, all of that can wipe out my iPhone battery in just a few hours. And that is where Native Union's Classic Power Bank comes in. This is a sleek 500 milliamp hour magnetic charger that is designed to keep your devices powered while looking pretty good, I think, and so slim too. So that there you go, that's satisfying. This thing is crafted from recycled materials with premium Vega leather accents, so it has quite a soft touch. It magnetically aligns to your iPhone and then charges on the go, so you don't need any cables. It's compact, travel friendly, fits really easily into your bag or to your pocket, and then it actually has pass-through charging, which lets you power your phone and the bank simultaneously, so great for recharging both at the same time. I think these are really cool. This is one of those modern essentials that proves that portable power doesn't have to look boring. It comes in a bunch of really fun colors, and it feels really premium. And then it's also just small enough to just sort of like throw in a jacket pocket when you're not using it. So this is great. Now, if you need a little bit more power, Native Union also has the Voyager 2-in-1 magnetic wireless charger. This is an ultra portable power hub that folds down to the size of your AirPods case, yet it transforms into a dual device QI2 charging station and delivers up to 15 watts onto your phone and 5 watts to your Apple Watch or your AirPods. It's MagSafe compatible, QI2 certified, and travel ready. So you just snap it open and it can charge 2 devices, or you can flip it down to 1 and then there you go. And that is enough to offer fast charging to your Apple Watch. It'll get it from 0 to 80% in 45 minutes. And it has some really premium build quality as well. It's a cool little gadget, feels cool, it looks cool. I think it's a nice little conversation starter as well, so awesome. Now, if you want to chill out at home with your phone while also charging it, you should check out the Native Union SnapStand. This is a compact magnetic wireless charger that delivers up to 15 watts of power and supports QI2 charging, and it's also MagSafe compatible. So this includes a little fold-out stand like that, and what you can do is you can pop that down, pop your phone on there, and you can watch a show or make a video or just use your phone while it's sort of sipping power and recharging. This will also work well for overnight charging if you wanted to use your iPhone as sort of a bedside clock. So that's really cool. Native Union are doing a lot of cool things in the charging space. Now, before we move on from Native Union, I wanted to show you these cool little pocket cables. This is a compact USB-C to USB-C pocket cable. It's only 17 centimeters in length or thereabouts when unfurled. That's 6.5 inches, and it delivers up to 60 watts of power and USB 2.0 data transfer. Really handy to have on hand because you always need a cable, and I mean, you won't lose this one. It's sort of the size of a pocket knife. Comes with a little key ring as well, so you could attach that to your keys. And the system for keeping it all closed up is very nice and neat. So really cool, comes in a great range of colors. These are 3 of them, but there are loads more on the website. All the Native Union stuff is available at rushfaster.com.au, so check that out. Now, if you want to add a little bit of character and functionality to your iPhone, check out these iPhone cases from TORRAS. These are really cool. I love the colors, especially on this one. This is just such a cool combination. These have actually been inspired by sneaker midsoles with internal sort of airbag bumpers on the inside and then corners that exceed military grade drop resistance, so very protective. And this is all in quite a sleek, ergonomic 3mm frame. These have 360 degrees rotating kickstands, so you can really adjust your iPhone to any position that you might want, whether you're on a Zoom call, filming a TikTok, reading a recipe while you're cooking. I think that's all really cool. You get a lot of versatility there. They feel really nice. This has sort of a rubbery finish. I like the colors on all of them. There's of course a black one as well if you just want to sort of keep things subtle, but you still get that great functionality. And with the included drop protection and versatile stands, I think that these are elevated iPhone cases. So check out TORRAS. So the iPhone might be one of the most powerful tools that you already carry, and with the right gear around it, it can become even more capable. So whether you're looking to film more, travel lighter, stay charged, or just keep your gear better organized and better protected, these accessories aren't just add-ons, they're solutions to help your iPhone keep up with the rest of your life. Links to everything are in the description below if you want to check any of these out. Hit us up in the comments with any of your must-have iPhone accessories, anything that sort of changed the way that you carry or make video or whatever. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. I've been Roland from Rushfaster. This has been iPhone accessories that you probably didn't know existed. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.